Hey everybody, my name is Briana. I'm from the Edge Fitness Clubs in St. Peters, Missouri. I will be leading you through recovery today. I hope everybody is staying safe and healthy during this quarantine. So we're going to get started with a warm-up. So that's going to be 40 seconds on, 15-second rest. The other movements are going to be about 2 minutes. Some are rep-based, 2 to 3 minutes. So we'll go through some upper body mobility and then we'll hit lower body. So we'll start with a warm-up. The first one we're going to do is Russian baby maker. So what that one is you're going to stand about shoulder width apart. You're going to keep your legs relatively straight. You're going to reach down, grab your toes, push your hips to the floor like that. Okay, the next one we're going to do is arm circles, so forward and backward, knee hugs, and then we're going to do high knees. So we'll get started with 40 seconds on for your Russian baby maker. So you're going to reach down, grab your toes, push your hips to the floor. Your arms should be on your legs, and then come all the way back up. So reach down, open up your knees a little bit. You want your head and chest up. Alright, so we're on our 15-second rest. Our next one is going to be arm circles. We'll do 40 seconds forward, 40 seconds backwards. Alright, arm circles forward. And you can even open your palms. You will most definitely be seeing some cats wandering around, so if they knock things off the counter, don't be surprised. Okay, about halfway through, then we'll switch directions. Get some blood flow today during our quarantine. Alright, relax. Then we'll switch directions. And then we have knee hugs after arm circles. Alright, going backwards. Nice big circles. I hope everybody's staying active during the quarantine. That will help everyone's sanity, for sure. Okay, about 15 seconds. We'll go into knee hugs. Alright, relax. Our next one up is knee hugs, and then high knees. Alright, so you're going to pull your knee to your chest. Hold for a second. Try to keep your back nice and flat. Try not to arch a whole lot. Keep your core as tight as you can. Balance is definitely a factor. About 15 seconds. Alright, now we're going to do high knees for 40 seconds. Alright, so here we go. Now that we're all warmed up, we'll go into our lower body mobility. Let me get a timer. So these ones are going to be about 2 minutes. Actually, we're starting with upper, my mistake. Let's see here. No. Get out of here. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, so our first upper one, we're going to do a cross body shoulder stretch. So for this one, you want to contract your shoulder blades before you pull across. So you want that shoulder blade intact before you kind of pull your arm across. Otherwise, it kind of defeats the purpose. So we're going to do 2 minutes each side. Okay, you can do this standing, kneeling, up to you. Okay. All right, so we're going to start with whatever side. Okay, so kind of pull that shoulder blade back, keep it intact, and pull across. And just stretch. So nice deep breaths. Good. And grab water whenever you need to during this. Water's super important in recovery. And don't worry, I'm not sick, it's allergies. All right, we're about halfway on this side. Nice deep breaths. If you need to release, and then stretch again to get a little deeper in your stretch, you can. Again, keep that shoulder blade back and pull. You should feel it in your upper shoulder and a little bit in your arm. About 35 seconds. All right, we're going to switch sides here. Okay, so pull back that other shoulder blade and stretch. You might notice that one side's a little tighter than the other. Nice deep breaths. Super important to breathe during this, or in general. Good stretch. About a little under a minute to go. And then our next one we're going to do is a child's pose on a table, coffee table, or a chair. So if you have any of those around or nearby, grab one of those. And we're going to hold that child's pose for about 2 minutes as well. Got 30 seconds on this side left. I hope this is the most relaxing part of your day with all of the chaos ensuing around us. About 15 seconds. Alright, we're going to go to a child's pose on a coffee table or chair. I'm going to use my coffee table right here. We're going to hold this for 2 minutes as well. Okay, so knees about shoulder width apart. Arms straight on your table or chair. And lower your face, arms. Alright, 2 minutes, here we go. We're halfway there. Seconds. All right, our next one we're going to do is a tabletop stretch. So if you have a tabletop near you or a lower table, this will work. For 2 minutes, this one's kind of rep based. So you're going to stand about 1.5 feet away from your table. Legs relatively straight like the table. You're going to reach forward, come back up like that. Again, a good stretch. Your back of your legs, your upper back, and your lower back. You can hold the stretch for as long as you want to, but make sure you're getting some repetitions in there as well. We're going to go for 2 minutes again. So about 1.5 feet away from your table. Forward. Deep breaths while you're in the stretch. Under a minute to go. we are all done with our upper mobility. Now we're going to switch to lower. The lower is a little bit more challenging, in my opinion. You have a whole lot more going on down there as far as hips, hamstrings, a lot of tightness in those areas typically. So do this slow and do this as well as you can. These ones are about 3 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes. So our first one is going to be a Spider-Man stretch hold for 3 minutes each side. For this one, you can have your back knee elevated, or you can have it down, or you can kind of move it up and down. So this one, you're going to have your foot out in front, one foot out in front, both hands on the inside of that foot, like this. And from here is where you can pull that back knee up, or you can kind of let it hang. Just make sure you're getting a stretch through this area. And then with this knee, you want to push it this way. So you want to push it away from your arms and kind of get a stretch through that hip. So you're going to do 3 minutes each side. If you're more comfortable having your back knee down, that's fine. Just make sure you're getting a good stretch through that front hip flexor. Okay, so 3 minutes each side. So you want this front leg forward. Okay, arms on the inside of this leg and here. And then with this one, you can take breaks when you need to, because this one does really get in there. So you can most definitely take breaks. Inside here, you can push that knee out. You can also sit back, lean into that leg, and get a nice stretch in your hamstrings. Okay, about a minute through, about 2 to go. Under a minute and a half. This one is a very deep stretch, so please take breaks when you need to. About 30 seconds left. Alright, relax, bring your legs together in a stretch. Alright, we are going to switch sides. Okay. Grab water whenever you need to. Okay. Alright, so same thing. that 1 foot forward at about 90 or a little above. Hands here on the floor. Pull that back knee up if you want to, if you are able to, or you can let it rest. Just make sure you're getting a stretch through here as well. You want your hands about parallel to your heels. Back nice and flat. Got about a minute and a half. Seconds. All right, our next one is a pigeon pose. Okay. This one is 2 minutes per side. Okay. So with this one, focus on two things. So one, try to get your knee at 90 degrees on the ground, like this. Try to keep it. Keep that back leg straight. And you also don't want to lean into your pigeon pose. You want to stay up nice and tall so you can get a good stretch in your hip flexor. If you're not able to get your knee to 90 degrees, you can put something under it, under the top part of your knee here. That will help kind of help you get there a little bit faster, or try to get to as close to 90 as much as possible. Okay, get as much rotation out of that hip. So we'll do 2 minutes per side. So you're going to start 1 foot forward, 90 degrees. And then you want your hands kind of wherever will help you stay up nice and tall so you can get a stretch through this side as well. Okay. So we will do whatever side you want to start with. Typically, your non-dominant, maybe a little tighter. Okay, so we'll start 2 minutes, 90 degrees. So start in like a lunge, like this. Okay. Pull that foot over. Stay up nice and tall. Make sure that back leg is straight. Okay. And you'll hold this for 2 minutes. Under a minute. Okay, about 15 seconds, nice deep breaths. All right, relax and switch sides. The pigeon pose is supposed to be very relaxing. If your external rotators and your hips are a little tight, it's a little bit of work. So kind of work with that. It will be a little bit more relaxing once you loosen up a little bit, get more mobility in those areas. We'll start with the other side. Okay, again, start in that lunge position. Swing that leg over and kind of ease into that stretch. Keep that back leg straight. Up nice and tall. A lot of times in the pigeon pose, when you're leaned forward like that, you're not stretching this hip flexor at all, which for people who have desk jobs and have to sit a lot, your hip flexors are going to be very tight. So this is a great way to kind of loosen that area up a little bit more while hitting your piriformis as well. Okay, about halfway through on this side, if you ever need to readjust, you can. Okay, 30 seconds. All right, relax. Okay, this next one, you're going to be sitting in a straddle position. So your feet are wide apart, legs are straight. Okay. This one is also 3 minutes. 2 minutes, I lied. This one's going to be 30-second increments. we're going to do, so I'm going to have you reach out and hold for 30 seconds. Relax for 30 seconds. After every 30 seconds, try to scoot yourself out just a little bit further, okay? I'll scoot back a little bit more so you can see me. So scoot out a little bit further each time. Okay. All right, so our first 30 seconds, here we go. All right, relax. Okay, roll your shoulders back a little bit and then reach out a little bit further. Okay, and try to hold it. All right, relax. Okay, reach forward 2 more times. All right, relax. All right, last one. Get as far out as you can. Nice deep breaths. All right, relax. All right, our last one is a squat hold. Okay, this one will be a little similar to the Spider-Man one, except you're bringing both legs forward and you're going to kind of hold it at the bottom. It's kind of like a mix between the Russian Baby Maker and the Spider-Man hold. And this one we're going to do for three minutes, yes. Okay. All right, so this one, you can do one of 2 ways. You can start in a high plank, pop your feet forward like this, or you can start also in a high plank like this. Step your feet next to your hands like this and kind of hold at the bottom. Again, kind of open your knees and back. Okay. So one of 2 ways, or you can do a variation of the 2. Up to you. You can hold your squat for as long as you want to. If you need a breather, walk your feet back into a high plank for a minute and come back in. Okay, this is our last one, and then for our final one, we're going to cool down with child's pose for 2 minutes. Okay, so this one is 3 minutes. Okay, so regardless, you're starting in a high plank like this. Step your feet next to your hands. Drop your hips. Elbows are on the insides of your knees. You kind of feel like Mike Wazowski from Monsters, Inc. Kind of hold this. You'll feel it through your groin, through your adductors. Step back. Relax. Again, keep your head and chest up nice and tall. Nice deep breaths. If you're doing it like I'm doing, where you're stepping forward, alternate sides, so you're not just getting more mobility or movement on one side, especially if you tend to favor one side over the other. This one might feel great for some people. It might be torture for others. All right, we are halfway through. Showing your hips to the floor and chest up. Okay. All right, relax. Nice deep breaths. Our cool down, we're going to do a child's pose for 2 minutes. So this one's just on the floor. Okay, so knees about shoulder width. Kind of sit back on your butt. Reach forward. Head to the ground. Nice deep breaths. You'll feel it through your upper thoracic, your hips, your back. All right, here we go. Last one, nice deep breath. 2 minutes. Hope you guys enjoyed and got some more mobility. Please check out our other resources on our Edge Facebook page. There's other videos that we'll be streaming for more workouts and stuff like that during this time. So please reach out to any of us if you need anything, and enjoy your day. Stay safe, stay healthy. Take care, you guys.